guns, switchblades, key blast. I hate it! What happened to the days where if you had a problem with somebody, you'd settle it with your fist? Well, I'm bringing those days back because in today's video, I wanted to see if I could beat San Andreas with nothing but my fist. Did you say boring? Boy, I should shoot you. Well, in order to spice things up a bit, in this process, I have the potential to gain perks. Every 5 missions that I pass, I get to spin the wheel in hopes of getting a perk to help me along this journey. Percocet. But don't worry, it's nothing game-breaking or to the point that makes the challenge pointless. Other than that, let's do it. I am here! So health is gonna be absolutely crucial in this challenge because how am I gonna beat somebody to death when I barely got any health myself? So every time you see me with body armor, that's because I'm going to this spot right here, boy, and picking it right up. I'm gonna have to stay consistent with that if I want to stay successful.
Grove Street, home. At least it was before I fucked everything up.
It just doesn't get any more iconic than that, does it, people? You can smell the nostalgia there.
You picked the wrong house, fool!
So one thing that just absolutely slipped my mind as I'm playing this game is the fact that I got all of these anime skins just added randomly throughout the game, and Makima is the first person that you're gonna see. And most definitely not the last. Hey, she kind of strong though. So I'm pretty sure we're all familiar with how the very first mission on this game starts off. Now, you don't have to kill the ballers here, but it does make the mission a whole lot easier. And if you're asking if I kill the ballers or not, then yes. Now, I know what you're thinking. June, you can't use your feet, dude. It's about your fists. I'm using the tools that God gave me, all right? Now, you worry about yourself. I think the funniest thing about this is that I didn't even go into this mission with the intent of doing that. It just happened. And just like that, the first mission is finito. The second mission is even easier than the first one, if you ask me. Literally, all I do is run this dude over, and then we get back to Grove Street. On to the next one.
Come on, fat boy. Fat boy, look at fat boy!
Makima versus Vegeta in basketball. And to my surprise, she won. And then the third mission in the game, we knocked that out too, no pun intended.
Slow down, fool. You don't even know which store it is.
I guess it's safe to assume this is the lifestyle Timmy Turner would have took if, you know, he never got no I had to show this entire sequence just out of respect because this mission, when I was younger, for whatever reason, it used to be a little difficult for your boy, you know what I'm saying? But I'm older, wiser, faster, more efficient, so I knew how to handle this mission no problem with my fist only. Ryder didn't even need the bat for real.
I'll have 2 number 9.
See, look there. You thought I was gonna let this whole meme play out, but nah, I'm not. We ain't got time for that. Come on.
A few moments later.
I guess that's my karma for skipping the meme. But nah, that was gonna be the only thing that would annoy me during these challenges is having to rely on teammates to get the job done, which, you know, you can't do. And with 5 missions complete, it was time to spin the wheel for my first perk. Super Punch for 5 missions only. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this was the perk that I was looking forward to the most, but I was disappointed because I got it too early. Exhibit A of my perk going to waste, and I only got 4 missions left out of it. And then this was another one. It could have went to waste, but I wasn't gonna let it. Nah, cause see, you know, I had to get mines. I don't care how risky it was. I'm One Punch Man up in here. Look at the way I sent Tanjiro fly, and then Nezuko gotta go. But the novelty quickly wears off because I had yet another mission where I couldn't use my fist. I tried to, honestly, but it just didn't work out on this mission. See, I had 1 more mission left with my Super Punch, so I mean, I didn't make the most out of it, but I did a little something with it, you feel me? And then I got to finally meet Naruto's boyfriend, Sasuke, after beating the mission with the lowriders and stuff.
Come here, baby girl.
Hey, get your dirty hands off my sister.
And with that, it was time to spin the wheel yet again, and what do I get? Fight style. I mean, it's cool, but it ain't gonna do nothing for me. Spoiler alert, I chose the boxing fighting style. And then we had to take out Rengoku here. He left his sword at home, so I just stomped him out. I mean, but at this point, we're pretty much just knocking out missions. None of these really require any type of effort, so, you know, we do what we do. Now, this mission is what I was looking forward to, because I knew it was gonna put my fist to the test. And after years of playing this game, one thing that I never noticed is that when the computer is locked on to another target, they will not focus on you whatsoever, which came in clutch because I was able to give Nezuko this. And despite me failing a mission earlier, this was obviously the hardest mission that I had to do on foot because when you gotta fight Lord Frieza, then, you know, it's gonna be some challenge.
Oh my God!
Not gonna lie, if it wasn't for him reloading the clip right here, That would have been my life, boy. I was able to piece him up after that one and then stomp him out. You know how we do. And then I see Majin Buu down there. I don't even want to get involved at that point. So, and for those of y'all who've never played San Andreas before, the rest of this mission pretty much consists of you throwing the crates to Ryder, and then after that, you get 2 stars, and then you got to go to the pay and spray, and then you go back to Grove Street. Boom! And then we take care of wrong side of the tracks. A lot of people feel like this is one of the hardest missions in GTA history, but it's really not. I beat it on the first try. No flex. You know, not gonna lie though, I did start getting to that point of the game where the missions were gonna pick up in difficulty. At this point, I could only hope that one of my perks that I get next was gonna be very beneficial, because now you see I'm starting to strategize and think which mission I want to do next, because I know what mission is coming, so I had to play it smart. So in order for me to get my next upgrade, I had to go ahead. I just knocked out this race. This is one of the easier missions in the game. And then after that, I was able to spin the wheel, but sadly I kept getting perks that I already had. Could you even call brass knuckles a perk? I know where to find it. Same thing with body armor, but then this next one, no. I would have been better off with the brass knuckles, you feel me? I knew me having that tiny health bar wasn't gonna last forever, but then again, I knew slice of life missions like these weren't gonna last forever either, because then it came time for the Mad Dog mission. Now this mission is all about being stealthy, but how can you be stealthy when you don't even know the controls on your keyboard, bro? At this point, I'm trying to figure out how to get rid of the knife, because you need the knife for this mission, so naturally the game won't let you put it away. But you know, with a mod menu, you can do anything. So after figuring out which key toggles the crouch button, I was able to get right behind him and then, you know, just go to town, go to work, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, pause on that one. But this first half of the mission wasn't even the part that concerned me. It was what comes next after grabbing Mad Dog's rhymes. It's the fact that now, instead of you having to play stealthy, everybody knows you're there and they're shooting you with a pistol. So it's like, you can't even really sneak up on nobody at this point. You can, but with your fists, it's gonna be a whole lot harder. So because I know the layout of Mad Dog's mansion, I thought I could outsmart it by going through the opposite entrance, but you know, that didn't work. And I pretty much expected it, but it sucks because I was so close. And you know, this is the realization where it's like, with this current health meter, I'm not gonna get past this mission. Now this next mission probably wasn't gonna be no easier, but I knew I at least had a better shot of completing this one opposed to the Mad Dog one. It was just a matter of clearing out all the guards as fast as possible and then getting inside that forklift so I could just do what I needed to do. And my whole game plan with this mission was being as quick as possible, because Ryder, you know, Ryder could die. Sometimes he be out there just shooting bullshit. But today, Ryder's aim was on point because I was able to quickly crate all the crates inside the tank crate. What the fuck am I talking? And then I made a mistake here.
Hit the gas.
I was trying to figure out the button to sound the horn because that's how Ryder throws the crates. But you know, you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. So now I'm just going ham on that horn, and you know, my game crashes and I have to do all those missions all over again. So I came back and finished that mission, and after that I had to redo the lowrider race, the Diddy party. All you had to do was follow the fucking— See, Makima be having me do some of the stupidest missions ever because I had no business trying to do this mission right here. Not with Makima. I mean, she out here looking for the gun devil. I'm not ready for that.
Motherfuckers!
I mean, I pretty much stood absolutely no chance here. I mean, realistically, how are you beating this? You see Big Smoke's health, he needs me more than I need him. But then that's when I realized, if I'm gonna be going through this game just punching everybody, these punches is gonna have to count. So I immediately got this man in the gym. I needed him to start throwing haymakers, and I needed his muscle to be maxed out. And you may or may not have noticed that on the wheel, there's a max buffness or skinny or fat as fuck perk. So all this time spent working out could be for nothing if I'm unlucky, but I needed this now. And with this newfound strength given to CJ by the glory of God, I was able to pay some old friends a visit. And just so y'all don't wonder how I get an extra set of health, it's because there's an armor right in the back of this mansion. And with this mission done, everything else that came after was easy does it. On the contrary to what you might think, this super speed, it backfired on me. I mean, it looked cool. Don't get me wrong. I'm running around like Sonic, but then stuff like that happened. And then I'm having a hard time trying to pinpoint where it is I want to go. First of all, there's a bigger issue that lies here that I've yet to talk about. And no, this is not the issue that I'm trying to address here. It's the fact that when I have super speed, I cannot punch. Look at this, bro. I could square up, but I can't swing. I got the cookies, but I ain't got the milk. I got the peanut butter. I ain't got the jelly. So at this point, I had to go ahead and say forget it and bring out the special wheel. Now the perks are doubled up, but the disadvantages are doubled down. And as you can see, I got lucky and I got max stats. Now what do max stats look like? Well, shit, I don't know. Now, the health was a nice surprise, you know what I'm saying? I thought I was gonna have to work for that one, but they gave it to me. So we obviously know I failed this mission earlier. I actually played it again after that, and I failed it again. So this is like my third or fourth go at this mission, and as you can see, I had a little strategy set up here. And I know I'm using cars to kill, but at the same time, when it's boots on ground, I'm throwing out them haymakers. Honestly, this part right here scared the hell out of me because the NPCs always have a way. See, I tried to get in a truck so that I could just take that and run everybody over, but you know, they left me behind. He run over that guy, but then look what he do. Look what he do. Now notice Sweet screamed as if he died. He didn't. I got lucky because Sweet for sure should have died, and I knew that was gonna happen.
Grovis King.
So then after beating that mission, I knew I had to come back to this one because this one was going to be a little difficult too. But thankfully, I was able to box my way through it. I had to play smart on this one. Watch what I do here. And you may not have noticed, but there's literally a dude on the other side of this truck that's just ramming it. You see him there? He with the forklift, he's ramming into the truck with his explosives. So I had to play it smart. But honestly, the way I got through this mission, if you didn't see it, then you probably wouldn't have believed it because I literally did beat my way through this entire mission. Now, you can take that one of two ways. One way is definitely you needing to get your mind out the gutter. And if you see me opening up my mod menu, that's just so I can remove the weapons in my inventory. And then at this point, I knew I could just run past everybody because as long as I kill this dude, everybody else will disappear. Now, I had to cut it out, but it for sure took me about 7 to 8 seconds to stomp that guy out. For whatever reason, he was just loaded with health. So now we're almost done with Los Santos. I gotta start a gang war. So to do this one with my fists, boy, you must be crazy hell, boy. I mean, I had to play it smart. You see me just piecing up these dudes right here. Cell and Majin Buu could get it, but at the same time, I was getting a car when necessary and just running people over. With the missions that we had remaining, I was very confident that I was going to be able to finish out Los Santos with no problem, minus the exception of this mission that we had to do right here. But everything else after that, I'm like, you know, that's GG. So I had to go about this mission in a certain way. Like, yes, I went in fist blazing, but at the same time, Sweet leaves you mid-mission to go find a car, quote unquote, find a car, and then he don't help you no more. So you get to recruit 2 other Grove Street members, and then they help you. One of them died, so I had one of them who was kind of like picking people off whenever his aim was on point, but you know, we do what we do. We knocked it out. And then look at Sweet, or Vegeta, my fault. Not gonna cap, I honestly forgot about this mission. Yeah, there is no way I was gonna beat this one, even with all the health that I had. Again, it's big smoke, because look at him. First of all, this is ridiculous, but look at Makima. And then I asked, for whatever reason, the game makes you target onto your teammate. Like, why would you do that, game? And by this point, I had to bust out the Super Wheel 2, double or nothing. And I got God mode and Gojo mode. Now, what does that mode look like? Well, let me show you some. Are you for real? Ain't no way. Yeah, I walked right into that one, no pun intended. Look, they even suggested I play Walking Dead after that. That's crazy. So instead of using God mode and Gojo mode, I just used Super Punch and Infinite Health, which was the alternate option because, I mean, that's the next best thing to what I should have had. And I needed that perk because without that, there's no way I would have beat this mission. So and if I was just doing this vanilla with no type of perks whatsoever, I would have struggled a whole lot more. But the rest of this mission is just you on the bike, just shooting people, which is unavoidable. So, and in the second to last mission in Los Santos, one of my favorite missions in the game. I don't know why. Maybe because it's like you fight inside of a building for once instead of always fighting outside. But I was confident in myself for this mission because you see, I already knew he was coming. Like, I've played this mission so many times. Like, I already know where they spawn at, where they moms like to hang out, where they dogs be. Like, it's nothing new to me. One thing that I had to do a lot of too is obviously I wasn't going to be able to get through this mission just in one go. So I had to keep returning to this vending machine to stock up on hell. Honestly, this one I didn't know how I was gonna go about it, but I wanted to see just how far away I could go from the mission. Because one thing that I hate about games is like, oh, you went too far away from the mission area, therefore the mission failed. But you know, I was able to get pretty far, heal up on health, and then when I got back, thankfully Sweet was able to do what he needed to do, and he's the one who took down the helicopter. I didn't have to do anything.
One is going down.
But we all know how the rest of this mission ends. You gotta shoot your way through Los Santos and, you know, the cop dies, so on and so forth. But the final mission in Los Santos, like I said, I knew it was gonna be easy because we had all of this open room. If I wanted to, I could just hop in a car and just run people over. As you can see, I got 3 Frieza just trapped right under here, and I'm finna give them the worst death imaginable. But ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna do it for the first episode of Can You Beat GTA San Andreas with Only Your Fist? If you made it this far into the video, please do leave a like because it really motivates me to keep doing what I'm doing. If you want to see part 2 of this in San Fierro, let's see this video get 50 likes. I've never asked for that much before, but I know it's possible. And if you have some suggestions for perks that you'd like to see me add to the wheel in part 2, put it down in the comments and you might just see it make its way in the next video. Other than that, y'all, I'm June and I'ma see y'all in the next one. Peace out.
Father, I just